Alright, guys, Leicester City have just bottled what looked like an easy 3 points at home to a team who have pretty much all but secured, well, they have secured now their safety in the Premier League for another season. And they managed to concede four. And I think the worst player on the pitch today has got to be Kaglar Soyuncu. Last season, I thought he was probably the second best defender behind Virgil van Dijk. He was absolutely appalling today, and he hasn't had a good season at all. At times, he's been absolutely dog shit. But today, oh my God, that first goal, you do a Cruyff turn without even looking if there's a striker there or a midfielder or whatever. Joe Willock's a midfielder. And Joe Willock nips the ball off him and scores. And just appalling from Soyuncu. Paul Dummett did really well, to be fair, to score the header for the second goal before half-time for Newcastle. And Joe Willock, to be fair to him, he still had a lot to do with the goal, with his first goal. And, yeah, Soyuncu didn't make it any harder for him by just letting him have the ball. But, yeah, after half-time, Callum Wilson scored a brace to make it 4-0. At one point for Newcastle. And Callum Wilson has had a really good season considering he's been injured for a big part of it. And I reckon he's probably put himself in Gareth Southgate's head. I don't think he'll be picked for the squad. He's got an outside chance, but I don't think he will. Although, to be fair, the squads are bigger this summer, aren't they? With they're 26 men instead of 23, so who knows? That's probably an extra forward position, an extra midfield, and an extra defender. So you've probably got more of a chance this summer than any other summer to get picked for England. So he has got an outside chance, I suppose. But you have got to put it into context that Harry Kane's going. We know that for a fact. He's going to be starting, one of the first names on the team sheet, probably PFA Player of the Year this year. There's Ollie Watkins, who's had a brilliant season at Villa. There's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is a different type of player. He's obviously brilliant at hold-up and good one-touch finisher. And you've also got Patrick Manford, who's had a really good season with Leeds as well. So there are a few that he's going to be competing against. And you've also probably got to factor in the fact that age probably isn't on his side. To be fair, like Southgate does like to go for the younger players. And I don't know how old he is, but he's been around a fair few years, so he must be late 20s now. And let's be honest, late 20s these days is considered nearing retirement. It is ridiculous. It's the amount of people who play career modes, and as soon as a player hits 30, transfer listed. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, but Wilson did really well to score the brace. With their first goal, it was a really calm finish to take it round Kasper Schmeichel. And Timothy Castagna didn't cover himself in glory, to be fair. It was a bit of a dodgy back pass. He didn't do as well as he should have done. And the second goal, brilliant finish from a tight angle after it came back off the post, especially with your weak foot. Leicester obviously did pull two back at the end through Mark Albrighton and Kelechi Iheanacho, who, as we know, is on fire right now. And it was a really good finish as well from Mark Albrighton. I think Leicester, it's obvious they are missing Harvey Harvey Barnes at the moment. But I think there's also a thing in that as soon as James Maddison came off the pitch, now I like James Maddison and he's a brilliant player, but as soon as he came on came off the pitch, it seemed to click a bit more. Now I think that Mark Albrighton and James Maddison are two similar players. Like they're too similar and they're playing in the same position. So you like they sometimes get in each other's way, which I don't think works at all. As soon as I think it was Perez who came on for, was it Perez? I think it was Jose Perez who came on for Maddison, and as soon as that happened, Leicester looked like a good team. Just a shame there was only 15 minutes to go and they'd already conceded 4 to a team who, for 3/4 of this season, looked like they could possibly be relegated. So I think that there's definitely something in that Albrighton and Maddison don't work well together. It's because obviously Maddison likes to drift to the left hand side, and Albrighton's already on the left hand side, and he likes to cut in a little bit. So they're both playing that left attacking midfield role, and yeah, it doesn't work. Whereas with Harvey Barnes, he's one of those wingers who isn't an inverted winger. He Pacy goes down the line, so that suits Maddison, so because it gives him an option to play a ball to. But with Albrighton, there's not an option. There's not that option for Maddison. It's just either pass it back to Tielemans or Ndidi, or forward to Vardy and Iheanacho. There's not that wide option like there usually is when Harvey Barnes plays. With Newcastle, though, it was a brilliant counter-attacking performance. As soon as they got their first goal, that they just Leicester didn't really apply much pressure until the final 15 minutes. But Newcastle, whenever Leicester did go forward, Newcastle were really good on their counter-attack today with Alan St-Maximin, Callum Wilson, Joe Willock, Miguel Almiron. They all played brilliantly today, I thought. That's pretty much all I've got to say on the matter. It looks like Leicester could still slip out of top 4. Chelsea look like they're going to get that third spot. So that 4th spot is really all to play for. Leicester probably are still the favourites. Tottenham and Liverpool are still in with a shout. Well, mind you, Liverpool, if they beat Southampton and Man United, they go 5th. So Liverpool have probably got a good chance. They're still in it. Which, I mean, considering the past 4 months Liverpool have had, I'm amazed. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.